A warm welcome to the weekend live on this 14th day of the month of August, a day in which we all wait with anxiety, with bated breath, as everything happens concerning the national general elections that just happened around on Tuesday, the 9th of August. Waiting now to see who will turn up to be the next leader of the country for the next 5 years. And everything concerning that will be updated to you right here on KU TV Primetime News. And also tonight, we have a lot in store for you in matters that on a different nature are happening in the country and also concerning these results and the elections. But first, the highlights. Fuel prices in the country to remain constant despite a crude oil landing prices hike. David Maure of the Agano Party becomes the first presidential candidate in the 2022 polls to concede defeat. In his first appearance since Tuesday polls, Raila Amolo Odinga of the Azimio One Kenya coalition attends a church service at St. Francis ACK Karen. Kenya Kwanza flag bearer William Ruto calls for calm during a church service at his Karen residence. A warm welcome to the broadcast. My name is Emmanuel Kutosi, sitting in for Daphne Orina, and in a sign language interpretation, we'll be sailing through with Vivian Wangeshi. Weekend Live begins now. The Azimio One Kenya presidential party aspirant Raila Amolo Odinga today made the first public appearance since the general elections on Tuesday. Together with Martha Karua and other leaders, he attended a church service at St. Francis ACK Karen in Nairobi County. While addressing the congregation, Raila insisted on peacekeeping all over the country.
The Azimio Party leader Raila Odinga on Sunday 14th August was first seen in public a few days after the general elections on Tuesday 9th August 2022. Raila, together with his running mate Martha Karua and other leaders, attended a church service in St. Francis ACK Church, Karen in Nairobi County. Odinga gave thanks to the Almighty, especially on the successful campaign journey despite the challenges. He was also grateful for the presence of peace in the country, adding that he hopes that Kenyans remain united even after the presidential-elect announcements as the tallying continues at the National Tallying Center at the Bomas of Kenya. The Azimio flag bearer said that his intent is to become an instrument of peace, and he hopes that there will be peace and unity all over the country, adding that as Azimio Party, it is their hope that they get Kenyans to the promised land, Canaan. Raila's last public appearance was on Tuesday when voting together with his wife Ida Odinga in Old Kibera Primary School polling station. However, on Saturday 13th August, Azimio Party elected leaders held a meeting chaired by Martha Karua on the KICC grounds, Nairobi. Nyambura Kabura, KU TV.
And as that was playing out still within the environs of Karen, Deputy President Dr. William Samoei Ruto, who is also seeking to occupy the State House seat in the 2022 race, has attended a church service at his Karen residence, where he asked Kenyans to be calm as they await the IEBC to announce the final tally.
Deputy President and UDA party leader Dr. William Ruto has attended a church service at the chapel in his current residence as Kenyans await the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission to blow the final whistle and announce the president. Ruto has also congratulated those who have bagged various seats in the 2022 elections, as he said that leaders are chosen by God.
Neno la Mungu linatufundisha katika Methali 16 mstari wa 33 kwamba kura upigwa ili kujua nini itatokezea, lakini uamuzi inatoka kwa Mungu.
The deputy president urged Kenyans to be peaceful as they await IEBC to complete tallying the presidential votes.
I want to request and ask all of us as the people of Kenya to be patient with the processes that are going on at the moment, and to pray for the electoral IEBC so that they can complete this exercise in the manner in which we have voted. We've had a peaceful election moment.
During the prayers, the congregants prayed for victory in favor of Ruto. Others who also attended the church service were his wife Rachel Ruto, his mother, Kenya Kwanza's running mate Rigathi Gachagua, and his wife Dorcas Rigathi, Governor Alfred Mutua, elected Governor Susan Kihika, among others. Mutweri Eliud for KU TV.
A Ghana Party presidential candidate David Wahiga Maore has conceded defeat and shown full support for the Kenya Kwanza presidential candidate William Samoei Ruto. Maore said he has seen the figures displayed by the IEBC and seen that they are in favor of Ruto, he is in agreement with UDA's manifesto rather. Speaking to the media today, Maore claimed that there was a plan to interfere with the ongoing verification of results at the National Tallying Center at the Bomas of Kenya. Maore, who called for a stoppage of the tallying, but the IEBC argued that the commotion experienced at the Bomas of Kenya on Saturday night on August 13th was aimed at creating confusion and altering the outcome of the results. Now, members of the National Assembly seats have attracted new faces, with the United Democratic Alliance Party taking center stage. 5 out of the 6 constituency seats in the county were won by new entrants, all in UDA except for Tinderet constituency, where the current MP Julius Meli retained his seat, also under UDA. Others are Joses Lelmengit, who won the Emengwen parliamentary seat, garnering 34,803 votes. Bernard Kitur, MP-elect for Nandi Hills constituency, also under the UDA alliance, put up a spirited fight to clinch the seat with 23,503 votes. In Mosop constituency, Abraham Kirwa beat Vincent Tuwei, who has served for a term. Kirwa garnered 46,209 votes to win with a landslide against Tuwei's 14,575. Marianne Kitanyi of UDA and former Deputy President William Ruto's Chief of Staff clinched the Aldai constituency parliamentary seat, garnering 42,015 votes. In Chesumei, Paul Biego is the MP-elect, still under UDA, after winning with a landslide, garnering 52,920 votes. Elsewhere, Fafi constituency MP-elect Salah Yakub has said that top on his list of things he wanted to tackle was improving security in the area, as well as pushing for recruitment of more teachers. Fafi has been hardest hit by attacks orchestrated by the Al-Shabaab militants, something that has led to the constituency being stagnant in terms of development. The education sector has been the most hit, with the militants destroying almost all Safaricom masts in the area near the border, and also staged roadside IED attacks, mostly targeting security and government officials. During the just concluded elections, there were serious threats of attacks from militants, something that affected the voter turnout in some polling stations. All security agencies, including Kenya Defence Forces, Special Forces, as well as security cadres, took part in providing round-the-clock security to the electoral materials as well as personnel deployed. Before you doubt yourself, do something. Before you quit, try again. Before you leave, get back in. That seems to have been the draw for some political names that have been resuscitated in the 2022 polls. From the political ashes of 2017, a few Kenyan leaders rose to retake the governorship of their respective counties.
For Garissa, declare that Nadif Jama Adan, ID number 0.
One of the governors making a comeback is Nathif Jama, who on an ODM ticket defeated the incumbent Ali Korane to become the new governor of Garissa.
For the trust and confidence they gave me in this election. I am ahead of my second competitor by more than 47,000 votes. Na hiyo inamaanisha kwamba hakika mnanipatia trust kubwa sana. And I hope I can fulfill that trust once I achieve office.
Jama defeated Korane, who garnered 26,148 votes with 69,342 votes. With 13,602 votes, UDA candidate Baro Deko came in third place.
Those who elected me and those also who not elected me, I am their governor and I will serve them all very, very well.
In the political seesaw, Joshua Irungu, the first ever governor of Laikipia, defeated outgoing governor Nderitu Mureithi to win re-election on a UDA platform. Irungu received 80,841 votes, while Mureithi, the candidate for the Jubilee Party, received 37,905 votes. In the election for a second term in office in Baringo, Benjamin Cheboy defeated independent candidate Stanley Kiptis. For the position of county chief in West Pokot, the former governor Simon Kachapin came back from the brink to defeat Professor John Lonyangapuo of the Kenya Union Party. On a UDA ticket, Kachapin received 86,476 votes and Lonyangapuo finished in second place with 84,610 votes. Dr. Nicholas Atudonyang, the deputy governor of Lonyangapuo, who had just returned to Kenya from the United States, came up far behind with only 2,294 votes. Issa Timami of the ANC defeated Fahim Tua in a different election to become the governor of Lamu. Timami, a career lawyer, received 24,198 votes compared to Tuaha's 16,054 votes. In 2022, Ken Lusaka, who managed to win the Bungoma governor's seat in 2013 when the devolved system of government first came into effect, defeated Wycliffe Wangamati, who had beaten him for the position in 2017. Flying a Wiper ticket, Julius Malombe destroyed his rivals in Kitui and reclaimed the seat he had previously given to Charity Ngilu. Ngilu abandoned her plan to back Raila Odinga, the Kenyan presidential candidate for Azimio la Umoja One Kenya, in the roll to the 2022 general elections. Malombe garnered 198,004 votes, while Jonathan Mweke of the UDA party received 114,606 votes. Ahmed Abdullahi, the ODM candidate for governor of Wajir, also won back the seat he lost to Mohamed Abdi Mohamud of the Jubilee Party in 2017. Hassan Mohamed Adan of the Jubilee Party came in second with 27,224 votes, closely followed by the former deputy governor Ahmed Ali Mukhtar with 21,859 votes. After a 5-year-long hiatus, they now find the chance to once again make good on a half-a-decade contract. Mutweri Eliud for KU TV.
Now, tallying has concluded in Kenya's capital, with UDA's Johnson Sakaja being declared governor-elect after defeating Jubilee's Polycarp Igathe by garnering 699,392 votes against Igathe's 573,518 votes. ODM's Edwin Sifuna has won the senator's seat, and Esther Passaris defeated Millicent Manga to become Nairobi's woman representative. Azimio la Umoja coalition has bagged majority of the members of parliament and members of county assembly with 12 and 44 respectively, as compared to Kenya Kwanza's 4 and 35.
Nairobi being the country's capital, many Kenyans were anxious to see those who would emerge victorious in the elections, and now that the results are out, Nairobi residents can now heave a sigh of relief. Johnson Sakaja of the UDA party has been declared the winner in Nairobi's gubernatorial race after trouncing his main rival Polycarp Igathe after garnering 699,392 votes against Igathe's 573,518 votes. Sakaja has officially been handed the victory certificate after his win was announced. ODM won the Nairobi Senate position after ODM's Secretary General Edwin Sifuna was announced the winner on Sunday, August 14th. Sifuna got 716,876 votes, while second-placed Bishop Margaret Wanjiru of UDA had 524,091 votes. Esther Passaris defeated Millicent Omanga to become Nairobi's women representative after she garnered 698,929 votes, while UDA's Omanga came second with 586,246 votes. The Azimio la Umoja coalition bagged the lion's share of Nairobi's parliamentary seats, with Jubilee Party, ODM, and Wiper, which are under the Azimio umbrella, bagging 12 seats. ODM bagged 8 seats, Jubilee 3, and Wiper Party 1. On the other hand, Deputy President's UDA Party under the Kenya Kwanza Alliance won 4 seats. The Kasarani parliamentary seat went in favor of independent candidate Ronald Karori after edging off his competitors from both Jubilee and UDA. In the City Hall battle, ODM won 35 posts, Jubilee won 5 posts, and Wiper Party 4, bringing Azimio's total seats won to 44, while Kenya Kwanza won a total of 35 seats in the county assembly. In addition, the Nairobi County Assembly will also have 2 independent MCAs. However, residents of Kwanjenga and Utawala wards will have to wait until August 23rd to know their MCAs. This is after the elections in the area were postponed by the IEBC. Irongo Kagoda, KUTV, Nairobi.
Right, and with the Rongo Kagoda's report on the new power structure in the capital, we take our first break here in KUTV. We'll be back in a moment.
Today with me is Charlton Mata.
So thank you very much for the opportunity to be here today and to speak to our young ladies as we continue to drive the mentorship and we continue to drive engineering, community and renewable energy. I work with WGitsen Energy Solutions as the regional lead. I also have a personal company called Haili Africa. Haili meaning power actually in Amharic. I try to find something that I will do, feel the passion about it, create the impact out in community that will also bring impact in community around it.
Karibu kwenye mitindo ya kipwani.
Nguo yangu wasenesi magire mtuzeha sana nenda finira chechemekwe. Nguo yangu wasenesi magire mtuzeha.
Yani unavyoona basi liko kipwani pwani tu.
Wali unapopika inatakana uko half cooked.
Bageri. Niko katika kaunti ya Kilifi, Magavazi ya Gede.
Stream live mitindo ya kipwani on our KUTV Facebook page every Saturday 4 p.m.
Maelfu na maelfu ya wahamiaji wakiwa na watoto kutoka nchi za Amerika ya Kati wanaendelea kuwasili kwenye mpaka kati ya Marekani na Mexico.
But folks, I'm going. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ni habari kutoka pembe zote duniani.
Pepo pasi vuguvugu. Pepo pa ni idea.
Tazidi ananyonya, hanyonyi vizuri, anakuwa hayuko comfortable.
Jeshi la Jamhuri ya Kidemokrasia ya Kongo linapambana na waasi wa ADF.
Kwa sasa wanatoa wito kwa mashirika, makampuni na vile vituo vya uchukuzi.
Mambo mengi yatakwenda kama yalivyopangwa.
Hapa ni kuna mmoja wa viongozi wa chama cha wavuvi katika eneo hili.
Zaidi tunajaribu kuwapa chanjo ili ina boost ama inanyanyua kinga ya mwili, ndio inaenda kupelekea kupambana na virusi.
Ni dunia ni leo, Jumatatu mpaka Ijumaa, moja kwa moja kutoka VOA Swahili, Washington DC.
The
percentage in which government is giving opportunities to this specific type of groups under the AGPO? Like what percentage has the government given?
No, but like I said, you see, when a budget is done for every year, every ministry will be able to place their budget for it. But whatever is given to them, 30% of the budget for that ministry is dedicated to AGPO. 30%. So if let's assume, for instance, that a ministry is given 2 billion, for instance. Now, 30% of 2 billion would be about 600 million. That will be dedicated to AGPO. And therefore, when you go to a ministry, as a young person, as a person living with disability, 600 million is actually meant for you.
This is The Agenda with Benturo Komboka and Colonel Retired Cyrus Oguna.
Welcome back to the Weekend Live. Now, fuel prices will remain unchanged for the second month in a row despite a slight increase in the landing cost of crude oil as government continues to utilize the Petroleum Development Levy to cushion customers. Until September 14th, a litre of petrol will retail at 159 shillings and 12 cents and kerosene at 127 shillings and 94 cents and diesel will go at 140 shillings. Without the subsidy, the prices would have increased to 214 shillings and 13 cents for diesel and 206 shillings and 17 cents for petrol per litre and 202 shillings and 11 cents for kerosene. Now, the Narok security team is now accusing the Independent Electoral and Boundary Commission officials for negligence while counting and tallying of the gubernatorial votes that has led to the delay in declaring the results. Narok County Commissioner Isaac Masinde said 5 cases were already in court, whereas the officials were nabbed swapping votes cast on the ODM ticket for Moitaled Olekenta in favor of UDA's aspirant Patrick Ntutu. He accused the county elections manager Dr. Sydney Namulundu for wanting to announce the gubernatorial winner without receiving the Kilgoris constituency votes, saying the issue was raising tension in the county. Masinde, who was accompanied by his top county security team, I asked the IBC chairman Wafula Chebukati to take the Narok issue seriously and give directions to avoid insecurity issues. Meanwhile, the county commissioner called for residents to maintain calm as the issue will be resolved in due time and duly elected governors will be issued with the certificate.
Tumesema kwamba the two groups, wale ambao wanasupport Kenda, wale ambao wanasupport Ndutu, wale ambao wanakuwa mobilized kuja town cause mayhem, they should get out of town. The county security team is going to intensify security patrols in Narok town. Kwa hivyo tunawauliza wale supporters wote wameambiwa kuja town, ati wanakuja kupeana certificate. Hiyo sione kama itafanyika because there is a dispute. The group of Kenda is accusing the county returning officer of favorism, and the group of Ndutu is also saying that they should be given a certificate. So I want to appeal to the two candidates as the chief of county security team to maintain law and order. And also I want to ask the chairman of IPC, Chebukati himself, or the commissioners to take up the issue of counting votes for Narok governor seat so that a better solution can be given.
Well, and in line with that report, the IBC has responded, and currently the outcome of the winner on the Narok gubernatorial race will be announced from the nerve center of the elections 2022, and that is the Bomas of Kenya. Now, in 1905, white settlers, through a political welfare group, petitioned the Secretary of State for Colonies, demanding representation in the administration of Kenya. The British government responded in a 1906 order in council by establishing an executive council to be chaired by the governor. Provision was also made for the setting up of a legislative council. This would be the birth of the August House. The authority to make laws in Kenya is primarily vested in two institutions, Parliament and county assemblies. Parliament makes laws that apply nationally, while county assemblies make laws applying in the respective county. Kenya has changed from bicameral with regional assemblies at independence to unicameral and back to bicameral with county assemblies as the situation currently obtains. The British colonial administration, which was in charge of the then Kenyan protectorate pre-independence, established a legislative council in 1907 to advise the then chief minister of the ruling colony. Its members were nominated from the administration, with the chief ministers as speakers on the one hand and the settler farming community on the other. Kenya became a de facto British colony in 1920, with the governor representing the king. For many years, the African population, which had no vote, was represented in the LegCo by an appointee of the governor. The first African member was Eliud Mathu, nominated in 1944. In 1957, after acquiring of voting rights by Africans based on wealth and education, the first 8 elected Africans joined the LegCo. Among them, Bernard Mate, who represented Central Kenya, Ronald Gideon Ngala, who represented the Kenyan coast, Tom Mboya, who represented Nairobi constituency, Jaramogi Ajuma Oginga Odinga, who represented Nyanza Central, Henry Pius Masinde Muliro, who represented Nyanza North, Lawrence Oguda Sagini, who represented Nyanza South, Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi, who represented the Rift Valley, and James Nzao Muimi, who represented the Southern Ukambani constituency. As a demonstration of how Africans yearned for independence, the voter turnout for Africans in the 1957 elections was 78.5%. This development accelerated the country's movement towards independence in 1963. The LegCo became the first bicameral parliament. However, this did not last for long, as the Senate merged with the House of Representatives to form the National Assembly in 1966. The country has since independence had a consistent parliamentary system of government, with the president both as an elected head of state and a member of the National Assembly representing a constituency. General elections have regularly been held every 5 years. Post-independence, Kenya became a de facto one-party state in 1967, but matters changed substantially in 1982 when Parliament passed a law to make it legally so. However, after a lot of agitation, the Constitution was amended in 1991 to allow for the country to revert to political pluralism. This enabled a joint opposition alliance to be formed. Following the clamor for the review of the Constitution, which gathered momentum in the 1980s, the Constitution of Kenya Review Act, Chapter 3A of the Laws of Kenya, was enacted by Parliament in 2001 to facilitate a comprehensive review of the Constitution by the people of Kenya. The objectives of the review process were to guarantee peace, national unity, and integrity of the review process, which commenced in 2001. At the conclusion of the review exercise at the National Constitutional Forum, now popularly known as the BOMAS, a referendum as stipulated by the Review Act was conducted on the draft constitution. The document was rejected by the people by 57% to 43% in a national vote. The process had gone full circle, and the government went back to the drawing board to chart the review process once again. Come 2010, the amendment drive found assent and was promulgated under the term of the late President Mwai Kibaki, The Constitution of Kenya 2010 reintroduced a bicameral parliament comprising of the National Assembly and the Senate. The aim of a bicameral parliament is to enhance the quality of representation and legislation through giving an opportunity to one chamber to review the laws and decisions of the other chamber. Parliament's mandate is enshrined in Article 93 of the Constitution, with the key functions that include representing the electorate, making laws, authorizing government spending, scrutinizing government ministries and agencies, apart from being a forum to debate on national issues. Now, as the country continues to anxiously wait for the presidential results, the focus seems to have shifted to the numbers in the bicameral house, where the sitting president commanding the majority enjoys the dominion to implement his policies and programs. Our reporter Mondi Oteno breaks down the historical party dominance in the houses of representatives.
The 2022 general elections have seen neck-to-neck battle between Deputy President Dr. William Ruto of the Kenya Kwanza Alliance and Azimio la Umoja candidate Raila Odinga, with the presidential-elect yet to be declared. The greatest focus is whoever wins the State House race is now the control of the parliament. For either of the candidates, winning the presidency but not controlling the bicameral houses made up the National Assembly and the Senate will come at the risk of having legislative and budgetary proposals constantly thrown out or delayed, and in the worst case scenario face threats of impeachment. As the counting of votes for the presidential seats is underway, results for members of the National Assembly have started streaming. The leading presidential candidates Raila Odinga and William Ruto have won a majority of MPs from areas perceived to be their political strongholds. The candidate with the most seats in parliament will have much say in the government policies and programs, whether he forms the government or sits in the opposition.
Uhuru Kenyatta, wewe umetuangusha. Hapana, mambo ya kitendawili hapana. Ama mnasemaje watu wa Thika? Ati Thika mnasemaje? Na Kiambu?
Going by the books of history in the Kenyan leadership since independence, the first universal suffrage was held in 1961, and pre-independence political party, the Kenya African National Union KANU, won majority of seats in the expanded 65-seat parliament. In the 1963 elections, KANU won majority seats, which saw Jomo Kenyatta become the first African Prime Minister and later the first President of the 1964 independence. Later on, a disagreement between the president and his first vice president led to the withdrawal of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga from the Kenyatta's KANU party in 1966 and the formation of the rival Kenya People's Union KPU party together with his supporters in parliament. A by-election was held that year after a constitutional amendment to allow the breakaway KPU party to stand for elections. KPU won majority of votes, but KANU won majority of seats. Kenya was transformed into one-party state in 1969 and KPU was banned, leaving KANU as the only party that won all seats in 1969, 1974, 1979, 1983 and 1988 elections led by Kenyatta. Kenyatta died in office in 1978 and the presidency was continued by his vice president Daniel Arap Moi. In 1992, President Moi restored multi-party politics after democratic pluralism swept through Africa. Moi's KANU won 94 of the 210 seats, followed by Ford Asili with 31 and Ford Kenya with 23 seats. In the preceding general elections of 1997, KANU won 107 seats in the parliamentary elections, still sitting in the majority. The 2002 elections witnessed a shift in the country leadership, with the ruling party since independence officially ousted to the opposition. National Rainbow Coalition NAC, led by the late President Mwai Kibaki, emerged the winner in parliamentary elections with 125 seats, the highest number of seats gained by one party since reintroduction of multi-party politics in 1991. KANU became the second with 64 seats, down from 103 in 1997, hence becoming the official opposition. In the 2007 elections, incumbent President Mwai Kibaki was declared winner, and despite opposition leader Raila Odinga's claims of victory. In the parliamentary elections, Odinga of Orange Democratic Movement emerged with 99 seats, followed by Kibaki's Party of National Unity PNU with 43 seats. The opposition therefore enjoyed supremacy in the legislative policies of the sitting government. The 2013 general elections was the 10th post-independence election and the first after promulgation of the new constitution in 2010. The elective seats therefore were the president, 47 senators, 47 county governors, members of parliament for 290 constituencies, 47 county women representatives in the National Assembly, 1,450 county ward representatives. Uhuru Kenyatta defeated Raila Odinga, whose party won the most seats in the National Assembly. The 2017 election, the ruling Jubilee Party made significant, winning 140 parliamentary seats, 25 county representative seats, 24 senatorial seats, and 25 governors. In this year's elections, Kenyans are still eager to know the fate of the presidency, but indications are already clear that the two top presidential candidates, Dr. William Ruto and Raila Odinga, will have the highest number of representatives in the bicameral houses. Omondi Otieno, KUTV.
Thank you, Mondi Otieno, for that informative report, a report of the journey that the country has been on, seeking the whole formation that we are now looking to as we go through the national elections. And the message is right out there. We've gone so far, let's not mess it up. My name is Emmanuel Kutosi, and this has been the Weekend Live. I was sitting in for Daphne Urina. And the sign language interpretation, we were sailing through with Vivian Wangeshi. Tomorrow, we'll be here to update you on everything concerning the elections. At 11, we start with Uchaguzi 2022. And afterwards, we'll be sailing through to elections 2022 as we await the tally from the Bomas of Kenya. Have a peaceful night.
Driving and riding without incidences on the road is such an amazing experience. But do you know, while many road traffic crashes are avoidable, human behavior continues to be the leading cause. Speeding, lane indiscipline, drunk driving,